Hello everyone and welcome back to Agum. My name is Uhlubikazi Njobane. I'm an exercise science specialist, a sports conditioning trainer by profession, but I do have other passions. On this channel, I seek to do what I call education without exclusion. That means I look at everything and the science and all the facts that are involved regarding whatever topic I'll be covering, and I will deliver that to you without no bias, no races, no choosers, no favors. I'm joking. I just deliver on the science and the information that I found. Today we'll be covering the exact same product, so pads, panty liners, as well as tampons, but today we'll be looking at the organic products. So recently, with global warming and more people speaking about how we can be friendlier to the environment and also use products that are safer for our bodies, then the organic products emerged. Okay, it didn't come out of nowhere, obviously. There's obviously some scientific information. People, I don't know who they are. You know, people that make these products. I will look that up as well. Whoever made these products obviously looked up the information and other alternative materials that can be used to make these products that are both safe for the person, for the menstruator. I was about to say persons, because not everyone uses menstrual products. For the menstruator, as well as the environment. So let's look at these products. Let's see what they look like. And then we can then speak about the material. And then as usual, we will look at the effects that they have on our bodies as well as the environment. So this is a pad from a company called, no, this is not, a company called Flow. So this is a bamboo pad. This is the bamboo pad. This is the packaging. It says winged, ultra thin. And then it has 10 daytime, 10 nighttime pads. That's what the packaging looks like. And it says 100% nasty free. Yeah, girl. Fancy some 100% natural bamboo pads. Today, I'll just be covering some of these products, what they look like, what they're made of, and what some of these products claim to do as opposed to our mainstream and traditional products. And then later on, we will then have an in-depth look at the way that they are manufactured, some of the chemicals that are used to make these products, and then see if all of these or only some of these claims are true. I also have the Lillet Organic. These are just found on the shelf, guys, to be honest. I tried to look online and I found a lot of companies in South Africa that make organic products, but all of these are the Anna organic panty liners. But all of these I found on the shelf. So because they were so easily accessible, it was obviously easier for me to pick them up at the supermarket, at Clicks and Disclaim. I bought from both, and then obviously do this educational video for you guys. So if you have a look at the Flow bamboo pad, I don't know if you guys can see it through the camera, but I can definitely see a difference compared to our traditional pads. Let me just hold this All-Lace pad next to it. Besides the blue, you know, obviously decoration that has been added. So you can obviously see with the organic, they've gone for a pure white, clean look, where these traditional pads obviously have, or these disposable pads have a pattern, a design, and this blue area. I don't know if what chemical is used to make this blue painting or blue pattern, and I don't know how harmful that is. Like I said, I'll cover that in a separate video, but you can clearly see that there is a distinct difference. Let's look at a panty liner. The panty liners, I even wrote disposable and organic at the back. So these are the disposable and these are the organic. Okay, and you can clearly see, just if I'm looking at them now with my naked eye, this has a lot a plasticky glossy look, and this has a very matty. And if you put the two next together, the organic one is even a little bit hairy, like it's a little bit hairier, so it's not as ironed out and as smooth as this one. And I see that the printing is exactly the same. Like, I don't know if that's just a stapler once the product is done that they use to make these ridges and patterns. And the last one is the organic tampon. It looks exactly like a normal tampon, and in a separate video I will show you guys, no, maybe not a separate video, let me actually show you guys right now what they look like once they've been used and they've been in water. Okay, so I went and soaked up, this is the Lillet tampon. Obviously, they dry. This is the Kotex. And then this is the organic one. Okay, guys, obviously, like, I obviously pulled this one apart just to see. And you can clearly see that it's made of 100% cotton. We can have a look at these a little bit later on as well. But that's basically, so it still basically looks exactly the same as your disposable or once off use products. These as well are disposable products. However, most of these products are made out of bamboo as well as 100% cotton. So if you look at those two, they are 100% biodegradable. And just looking at the science, it's 6 months that both start to biodegrade. So anything that's cotton within 6 months should have biodegraded, or the biodegrading process or decomposing process has obviously begun. Now, if we look at the packaging, so, okay, let's first cover the biological factors, and then we will look at the environmental factors. So biologically, the cotton material is supposed to be better for your skin because it is softer, it is more absorbent, and even if it is still moist, it is unlike a plastic material that still carries most of the moisture topically and will irritate the skin. Because this is cotton, a lot of the moisture is still absorbed. It's like, you know, when you wear your cotton underwear, how that is the best underwear to wear. I think this has the same or similar effect. However, the back of the pad still does have a plastic covering, and this is obviously to prevent leakage. That's another part of my research that I'm doing to see if these organic companies are using a different kind of plastic or plastic-like material that does biodegrade, or if this plastic piece doesn't biodegrade. Okay, but obviously if 90% of the actual product can biodegrade, it's better than nothing. And it is exactly the same for the tampon and the panty liner. Okay, so biologically these are supposed to be better because cotton is a natural material. It is good with absorbing moisture, and then because it is a natural material, not many or not much chemicals are used to get it as white as it is, or to process it and to clean it, making it a little bit safer for our bodies and for us to use it. One thing I forgot to mention in the previous video with tampons, okay, with tampons, is the fact that tampons absorb all the moisture that is within the environment. So if you're using a pad, for example, a pad, obviously the blood leaks out onto the pad, and the pad only absorbs whatever leaks out onto it. Unlike the tampon absorbs all the moisture in the environment, and this can cause vaginal dryness, it can cause irritation, and sometimes when you're putting the tampon inside the vagina, this can cause little micro tears at the entrance of the vagina or the vaginal canal. So that is one of the things that I also dislike about the tampon, is that it can also absorb your natural vaginal moisture. So that's why sometimes for some women, soon after their period, they'll experience a little bit of dryness, more than usual, and then it takes a couple of days for that moisture to build up again. And that's because tampons don't only absorb blood, but absorb any wetness and moisture in whatever environment they've been put in. Okay, so that is the biological factor that these cotton products are a little bit better for our bodies because of the process that they go through to be made, as well as comfort on the skin, and then being exposed to less chemical processes. Therefore, that means those small and minute chlorine pesticides, that is not carried over as much as we saw in the other products. Right. Now let's look at the environmental factors. I'm going to bring back the bad boy, the pad. All right. Now, obviously, this part of the pad is obviously cotton, which is not what worries me. But the back of the pad and then the wrapping, once again, is made out of plastic. So that does mean that the wastage, there is still materials of this product that will not biodegrade, which is concerning, as well as the panty liner, as well as the tampon. There's still a plastic covering on the tampon, as well as the back of the panty liner. Now, obviously, guys, in the greater scheme of things, this small tiny piece of plastic that someone else might see on a tampon might not seem, it might not seem so terrible. However, if you're using 12 to 20 tampons in a month, that little bit of plastic every single month over the years still builds up to quite a bit of wastage, which can absolutely, be avoided, and that's what we're going for. I think that it is fantastic that there are brands that are looking at these alternative products that are obviously better for our bodies. And as you can see, as I did these other two, when I did wet them, this is what I basically got from the non-biodegradable products. It's like a crunchy material. I don't know if you guys can see the back as well. And then this is what I got out of the organic product. And you can see how this is just 100% cotton. There's nothing else in here except for the string, of course, which the string is also made out of a sort of thicker cotton material. So this is 100% biodegradable. Even after it's been soaked up with blood, if it is left somewhere, it should start to biodegrade in a couple of months. That is that. I don't know if there's anything else. I mean, most of the stuff about the environment was covered in the previous video, and this was just looking at an alternative which is much, much better for our bodies and way better for the environment. Because if you can imagine, if I used a biodegradable tampon at the beginning of last year, by now it should have biodegraded. However, there is still a lot of question marks because of the bulkiness of the material itself, and then looking at how much wastage you're still putting out. I still want to read up a lot more on how much these products are biodegradable. Okay, so the last product I want us to look at, this is more like So this is from, I don't know if I can name the brand, I don't care. But they say it's basically My Earth. Okay, so it's My Earth, it's organic. And then they say 100% package recyclable. Now read there. It says organic cotton top sheet. Huh? So I picked up another product and I realized it says organic, friendly to the earth, whatever the case is. And then when I read the fine print, it says the top sheet, only the top sheet is biodegradable as well, is cotton. So that means if this was the same pad or another company, only this top layer is made out of cotton. So if you're at the shop and it's, you know, you're like looking for an organic alternative, you know, then there you are. You know, thinking you're saving the environment? Susan? Thinking you're saving the environment when it's just actually, it's like a marketing strategy. So that's what I'm saying. With some of the things, I really want to take my time and do more research, but this is just like the thick layer and the basis of this channel, and the basic of these talks is, you know, the environmental factors and the biological factors, and then obviously the marketing stuff. You just need to be really smart and read the fine print that the entire product is made out of cotton, and not only the top sheet, or like, you know, they say that the packaging is 100% recyclable, but you know how much of that product is then being taken back to places where it can be repurposed, you know. I think that's it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I love you guys inside and out, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.